All right, Steve, Hammerhead, you're on the Impulse TT Victory, demoing it today. We just got to see you on the Ride Like a Pro course. Did well as usual. Point out some features to the audience about what this bike has as you know it today. I know you just got on it this morning and a little bit unfamiliar with it, but I think as much as we've ridden it, you ought to be able to tell the audience what it has to offer, what you know about it in your research.
So this is a 100% electric motorcycle. There's zero combustible engine on it. It's all torque from the time you twist the wrist.
So it's friendly to the environment, I guess
you say. Friendly to the environment. Right. Estimated range, Victory saying about 140 in eco mode, and about 70 to 80 if you run it in in sport mode. It's in sport mode now. Picked it up with about 35 miles on the clock, and we took it down the interstate for a little stint. Has great power, great pickup for passing, and handled very, very well through the Ride Like a Pro course. There is a clutch and a 6-speed gearbox, but you really don't need to shift. You can put it in 3rd gear and just ride all day long. You don't have to pull the clutch in to stop. You don't have to use the clutch to start off. You just twist the wrist and go. Otherwise, very simple bike. Not a lot of bells and whistles. Does have the 6-speed transmission, and it does have the clutch that you can go with or without. They were saying you put it in 3rd gear and just run it all day long. Very good lean angle. Felt really good going into some curves. And it has a charger that is compatible with level 1 and level 2 chargers that you find at some of the charging stations at big shopping malls and some bigger suburban areas and urban areas where you can charge. The 120 volt charger that comes with it will give you about an 8-hour charge to get it back fully, and you can get a 220 volt charger that will bring you up fully in about 4 hours.
Now, how fast did you have it up to? We got on the interstate just a little bit, so what do you think the limits of this bike, the maximum speed would be, say on the interstate? Do you think it's, if a person was going to buy this bike, would they be hesitant about needing the power on the interstate to get around transfer trucks? What do you think?
It had lots of power in reserve when we were cruising along about 65, 70 miles an hour. The one thing that I did notice is with the interstate travel at the higher speed, even in 6th gear, that your battery does go down quite a bit.
So you can actually see the decrease in the battery as you're going down the road?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So with this bike, I'm looking more for a commuter back and forth to work, and something like that would be great. It has a little ways to go with battery life before it really gets to a really nice all-day fun bike, but overall a very, very good machine.
All right. Well, this is Joey and Steve, Hammerhead JD. We have ridden the Victory Impulse TT. Very beautiful bike for someone who wants back and forth to work. As he does, he has about a 60 mile round trip. So this bike would be ideal for that. I'm actually looking at the Victory Cross Country Tour, and as you can see, it's sitting here. Great looking bike. It's really comparable with the HD Ultra. I rode the Ultra Classic 2016 last week, and I'm just impressed totally thus far with the power that this thing has, the luggage capabilities, the luggage rack, the luggage storage rack, the capability. I mean, for the price, for the bang for your buck, this is a great looking bike. This is called the Cross Country Tour. Now Victory has several of the cross countries, the 8-ball and some of the others. This is a cross country tour. This is something that you'd want to take cross country on long rides. Like I said, all the bells and whistles. I think the 17s are coming out with the Bluetooth where you can actually sync your device up to it without hooking it in. But if you don't have that and you buy the 16, here's your hookup for the Bluetooth, the phone. There's something that you can buy at Best Buy that will transfer the Bluetooth over. But I think in all, this is a very good looking bike. You're seeing here where I'm turning the vents. This would be really good in the winter time. When you want to take some of that wind off of you and not be so cool. Now, we've got it open for today because it's about 90 degrees, but this thing would shut and bring some of this airflow off of you and cut down on some of the coldness here. But very well put together engine here. It's a, I think it's a 106. That's about 1700 and some cc's. So six gear overdrive. It shifts very well. Very impressed with this bike thus far. And for the price of it, I think anyone needs to look at this. All right, from the Ride Like a Pro site here in Greensboro, North Carolina, this is Steve and JD. We're signing off.